Hey it's your girl Jackie, and I want to make this video today as a response to my good sis Alicia Hall. Shout out to Alicia Hall. She always makes the bomb videos, reviews. I love her reviews because I feel like she be dead on. I feel like she makes the best ones because she states nothing but facts, like for real, for real. So again, shout out. This is a response to you. Instead of me doing a whole long ass comment, I decided to do a video instead. So yes, I agree with 100% everything that she said. She was on point with everything. No, Nalex isn't over, period. I don't care what nobody says. It's not. Like, you can't even say that it's over. Like, it was left very up in the air because she just was like, you know, I need you to get out, and he walked out, but it wasn't like we're over. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's not over. And I really wanted to respond to what she said, that somebody made a comment saying that the relationship between Noah and Alex was purely physical. And I've seen a lot of people make that comment, and I'm just sitting here like, we cannot be the only two people who are watching the same show. Like, what show are y'all watching? Like she said, like, because we can't be watching the same show. Because, like, every word that she was saying in that video, like, word for word, it was like she was taking the words right out of my mouth. Like, what show are y'all watching? They've been on this, building this relationship since the 4th episode. The 4th episode. I don't see how we the only two people that saw that. Like, okay, come on. They started when they made that song So Sick, that's when they started their emotional connection. I don't care what nobody says. For everybody that wants to sit there and say that Star was there first, no, the hell she wasn't. She might have had sex with him first, but emotionally she wasn't there first. Alex was there first, because they made that song together. That's when they first made their emotional connection, whatever like that. Star and Noah didn't make any emotional connection till after they started having sex. And mind you, they didn't start having sex until after him and Alex made that connection through making that song. So who was there really there first? So exactly, who was really there first? So when after they got done making that song, whatever like that, you could see like I tell you, the difference between his feelings for Star and the way that he felt about Alex when he said it's different. This is why I say what he's saying is real, because when he did that, I think it was a couple episodes before that 4th episode. I don't really remember which episode it was, when Star was recording her track. I think it was like Little Bird or something like that. She was recording it in the studio, and Noah when it came back into the studio to help her, and he was listening to her singing her like that, like, okay, this girl got something. But then when he heard Alex sing, it was like something came alive with him. It was like something, like, he was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this to come out of her. Like, and it sounds good. Like, this girl really has something, and I want her on my team. Like, even if it's just, you know, like, musically at that time, you know, he was just like, wow. Like, you see him jumped up, like, sat up in his seat and was like, and started singing with her and everything else. Like, he was just like taken with her. And from that point on, you seen in the next episode, when she was sitting in that studio by herself, like she pointed out, and he walked in, and this is what I was saying before in my last video, and I was like, they have these moments where he's just staring at her like she's the most beautiful thing in the world to him. And that was the first time and it was after they did that song together. That was the first time when he walked in there and she was sitting there, he was looking like that at first. And then when he turned on the light, he was like, dang, crying, I can't see nothing but your teeth. And when he made that joke, she kind of smiled and laughed. And when he seen her smile and laugh, he kind of tilted his head like this and like smiled and looked at her. Like, you know how dudes, and they do that, like, dang, you beautiful. Like, that's the look that he gave her. So I'm like, yeah, he want her. And so, like, and then he came in there, it's like, you know, if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. I'm not trying to hit on you. Yes, you was. But, you know, he said that, and she was like, no, I'll be all right. And she kind of like walked out, because I think she was kind of like feeling him at that moment too. So right there, that was to me, that was a scene that told me, yeah, he wanted to be with her, because the way he was looking at her, he probably wasn't admitted it to himself then at that point, but you know, because he was doing whatever he was doing with Star. Now, how I say, when people say that it was purely physical, how was it physical when they never had sex with each other? They would have had sex a long time ago. Like she said, they never had sex with each other, but they were feeling each other without having sex. The only reason he was having enough feelings with Star was because they were having sex. You know, he had a sexual connection with her because she was providing comfort to him or whatever like that when he needed it or whatever like that, and vice versa. But that was never love or anything like that. Okay, so when, you know, what was I gonna say? When Star rejected him when he was, you know, high and drunk. He came over to the Cloud house to come get her for the, you know, the thing at Gigi house, and she was like, "Nah, are you high right now? You look real high right now." And I think it's because she was on her way to do something else right then, and she just really was trying to be bothered with Noah at that time, so she kind of like brushed him off or whatever like that. She was like, "I just don't do dudes that are high," you know what I'm saying, like that. And he was like, "What? Like, are you serious?" And then she was like, I get it that you know hurting over, you know, what you call it, over Lucky, but I just don't do dudes that are high. He was like, okay, well, whatever. And he walked away. But when Alex did it, you know, it was kind of more like she was showing him that what he was doing was hurting her. And he was just like, you know, I'm sorry. Like, he literally got on his knees and was like, no, like, I'll stop, whatever. I'm sorry. Like, he did not want her, you know, to leave. He did not want to lose her. Like, you can tell that, you know, he cared more about how he was doing Alex than, you know, what he did, you know, because, you know, when he did with Star, you know what I'm saying, like that. So I don't understand how y'all think that this thing was purely physical. And then on top of that, this gonna blow that out the water anyway. You talking about some, it was purely physical, but he was territorial over, like, I know she said, you know, Alex was territorial over, Noah, you know, after they had sex, whatever like that, after they got together with the thought at the college or whatever like that. But if you just speak on Noah was territorial over Alex before they even had sex, before they even got together with Quavo ass. Like, come on now. Like, and Star seen it. That's another thing. Star seen the way Noah reacted to Quavo when Quavo was trying to push up on Alex and said that little slick stuff out his mouth talking about some I'd love to have her dipped in chocolate. Noah took off and swung on dude. Noah punched dude, literally punched dude in the face. You know what I'm saying? He was territorial over her already, and he hadn't even had sex with her yet. So for you to sit there, for anybody to sit there and say that it was physical, y'all must have lost your mind. Nah, he was in love with that girl, and he wasn't playing no games about his woman. And even, I say, even going back further than that, when they was at the radio station, and he just outright sat up there and claimed her ass, like, yeah, that's like, when the dude was like, oh yeah, you almost pissed the ladies off with that Becky, he was like, yeah, but ain't nobody for me but my baby Alex, and grabbed her hand and stuff like that. Mine is already after he had already kissed her. So he had kissed her already. And so in his mind, he like, that's bae. But, you know, even though she was just like, nah, because he felt like she kissed him back. So he felt like at that point, that was bae. Like, that, like, ain't nobody else for me but her. He was serious in that moment. He wasn't just putting on the show. So for anybody to sit there and be like, oh, it's physical. No, it's not. And then when they got on that stage, you can't tell me that you didn't see that magic between them when they was performing that song. You ain't see no magic between Star and Noah when she jumped on that stage and stole Alex's, you know, thing. Okay, yeah, they sung something together and it sounded okay, whatever, but it wasn't no magic like it was between him and Alex. Like, you seen that. You seen the sparks. You seen the emotion in their performance, and when they, you know, finally kissed, and then after the fact behind stage. Like, come on now. It's not the same at all. There's, like, yeah, Star's in her feelings, but you did that. And it's another thing that I don't like about the song that she made. She talking about something, especially when she was talking about Noah. She's like, oh, who, you know, talking about who held you when you was trying to shake the drink, something like that. Who was with you through the pain when they took your homie's life, you know what I'm saying, like that. It wasn't for the music, it wasn't for the fame. and she was like, that debt was real, but you won't say my name. And that part right there, that line, when she said that was real, but you won't say my name. Let me take this back, because as I recall, didn't you tell him to keep your name out his mouth? I mean, am I the only one that remember her telling him, like, I don't want my name in your mouth, don't be telling us about me, but now all of a sudden you mad that he's doing what you told him not to do? Like, come on, you told him to not put your name in his mouth, but now you mad that your name is not in his mouth. Like, that don't even make no sense to me, because the entire time when he was trying to get with you, you were like, even when he was talking to Lucky, that was his family, you was like, no, we had this conversation. I don't want my name in these streets. I want my name in your mouth, talking about we this or we that. So now that he really ain't putting your name in his mouth and he only focusing on Alex, you got a problem. But you never wanted your name in his mouth, but now all of a sudden you want your name in his mouth? Like, girl, come on, like, stop. And like, that's what I'm saying, like, the song that she was doing about them, it was not the truth. It was like half truths. And she wasn't telling the full story in that song. It was very misleading into making it seem like some stuff went down that never went down, because you're not telling the full story about how everything went down between you and Noah. You just making it seem like, oh, that was my man first and she stole him from me, when that was never the case. I'm sorry, but she was full of shit. And it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's like a very manipulative thing to do, to make a song like that when you don't have all the facts in that song. So that's why I was saying in my last video that most of the stuff that she was saying there were lies, because to me, if you're not telling the whole truth, you lying, period. And it is what it is. That's just how I feel about it. Now, back to them trying to say that this thing between Alex and Noah was physical. No, it wasn't. It had nothing to do physical with it. And when when they finally got together, and he was like, am I a mistake? She was like, no, I didn't say that. I'm happy. Made it clear that, no, you're not a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like that. She was in love with that man. She never mentioned Derek's name, not once throughout that whole thing they was together. You know what I'm saying? Even when at the end, she still never mentioned his name. Excuse me. So I'm like, what are y'all even talking about? So for her to run back to Derek, I feel like she was just doing that because of everything that had went down. They had just lost Hail, whatever like that. And Derek had came and said, like, if you need anything, I got you. And I think that was after the whole thing with Star trying to take her spot and stuff, she was mad. So, she was going through some stuff, and yeah, she had just got into it with Noah because she wasn't there for him during the thing that he needed during his little party that he had with Soundhouse. So yeah, she was upset about that because Noah was mad at her and Noah was pushing her away. So then she goes and talks to Derek or whatever like that. And Derek was like, if you need anything, I'm here. So when she came to see him after, she told Noah to get out, I was like, girl, bye. I think that was but it was, I guess, the only person that she had to go run and talk to, because she couldn't talk to Kalada, because Kalada was going through a lot of stuff. She couldn't talk to, Star. They was fighting. Didn't have Noah because Noah was losing his mind or whatever like that. Gigi was out here being a hoe. I mean, not that she was really a friend of her, no way. And Simone was in her own thing, so she didn't really and she don't talk to her parents, so like, she didn't really have nobody else to talk to. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, I can understand her going back and talking to Derek, because that was like kind of the only person that she had to run back and talk to. So, but for her to try to kiss up on dude, I'm like, come on now, you really didn't even end this stuff with Noah. And you trying to, like, come on, you doing this whole cheating thing again. Like she said, she's becoming her father. Yeah, like, slow down, girl. Like, and before she even said the thing about she was becoming her father, I kind of like thought that in the back of my mind before. Like, yeah, she started to act like I think that they're going to put something in there where she's going to be like, oh, I'm becoming my father. And when she said that, I was like, I need to be writing for this show. Like, for real. Because when she said that, because I was like, I knew at some point she was going to say that. But, yeah. So, and when she left, said she was going back to New York, and like I said before, I don't think when Derek came to that airport that he was looking for Alex. I think his actual girlfriend was on there, because Alex wasn't his girl at that time. So that's what I think happened there. But as far as Noah and Alex being over, no, it's not over. And that's all I want to say. That's the only point I wanted to get across about the whole Nalex thing. Yeah, it was way more than physical. It wasn't just physical. Okay, other thing I wanted to speak on was something completely different, but it was like a comment that I read. I don't know if it was on Instagram or something like that, but somebody had made a suggestion. They were saying that it would be a good plot twist if Roland Crane actually turned out to be Simone's dad. And I was like, you know what? That's actually possible. Like, I would have never thought about that, because if you really think about it, Carlotta and Mary were in the industry. They had a big hit and stuff like that. So it's actually very possible that Mary and Roland Crane's paths crossed. And that very well could be. And if you pay it, like, actually kind of look, they do kind of look alike. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That is a possibility. That could actually be her father, and her and Alex could possibly be sisters. And I was just like when I read that, I was like, that is actually possible. Like, I would have never, like, even a million years even thought of that. It would never even came across my mind until I read it. I was like, what? Now that'll be a trip. Like, for real. And like, it's possible. It's very possible that that could be. So, yeah, I just want to point that out too. So, anyway, y'all have a nice day. I just want to, get my little response out. Enjoy this Memorial Day. It's beautiful out here tonight. I'm in Chicago, and it's beautiful. We don't get, a lot of nice weather till these months come around. So, enjoy y'all day. I'm going to enjoy mine. I'm going to go on about my business now. All right. Thank y'all. If y'all like the video, like, subscribe, whatever. Till next time. Enjoy your day again.